Hello inspiring Charitam fans. How are you doing? We bring stories that are unique and inspirational. This story is about a man who found out his wife was cheating. But during his reconciliation attempt, the quest for the truth drove him away, miles away from anything and everything he believed. Let's hear it. In the early summer of 2019, David found out his wife Olivia was cheating on him with one of the mutual friends. After 20 years of marriage, and 25 years together, he found out that his wife wanted another man who has been to their houses, parties, and social circle. The other man was married too. David and Olivia had 2 children and were a teenager. He snooped on her phone one day after so many red flags of coming home late, frequent weekend work, and so on. He found out that she was eager and dying to have this other guy. She was almost begging him to sleep with her. This other man was telling her how wants to do her and then his wife. It was disgusting to read and heartbreaking. But that was just the beginning of a heartbreak. David confronted Olivia. She denied it, minimized, but when realized that David knew more, she confessed. It was a year affair and they loved the wild intimacy, sneaking away from their partners to have a forbidden relationship. She said she had feelings for him, but it was not love. She still loved David and wanted him in her life. She wanted to work on the marriage. David and Olivia were each other's only, but now David realized that she had other people. David was heartbroken and still wanted to work on the marriage. He wanted to tell the other man's wife, but Olivia begged him not to say anything. She said that in order to work on their marriage, they need to let go of the past and build the future. She didn't want to destroy another marriage. Even though David did not agree to the argument, but he reluctantly agreed to this to save his marriage. But the problem was the quest to answer. He wanted to know why Olivia had the marriage. Was it better with the other man? He keeps pressing his wife for the answer, but never he got the answer. Sometimes, she said, it was something new and she liked it. Sometimes, she outright said, it was better and the best she had. It was soul-crushing for David, but he never had the courage to leave her. He was not realizing that he was just a person for Olivia for whom she has zero respect. David didn't respect himself either, so it was too much for him to ask from her as well. In the 6 months, he went crazy to understand whether it was better with the other man. He started comparing himself with him. After every intimate session, he would ask her, how was it? Slowly, Olivia stopped getting affectionate again. She said it was mentally taxing for her to have such an attitude, and she wants to him be as he was before. David was changed. He didn't realize that. He needed truth, but it was right in front of him. She cheated because she didn't love him. No person can cheat on someone if they love them at that point in time. He was too blind or just didn't want to see. He tortured himself. He was refusing to let go of the 25 years and risking everything that was left. He finally went to individual therapy after 6 months of torture. The therapist discovered that David was in a fragile state. He was on the verge of breaking down and he was going insane. Throughout the sessions, he made him understand few things which are important to everyone who is seeking truth in affairs. The first is that there is no truth in the affair. There is no answer to the question. An affair is based on a different level of lies that the cheating spouse tells themselves. The second truth is the affairs are compromised. People who get involved in affairs are looking for an exit. The exit is not particularly from the relationship but could be from anything: daily routine, a stable home, a duty intimacy, a perfect life. It can be anything. Yes, there are people who fall in love with their affair partners, and that becomes the exit from the relationship. The third truth is that cheating spouses are too afraid to leave the partner to start fresh. They are well aware the affair partners are not interested in making their life easy. The affair partners generally treat them as side pieces and refuse to take any responsibility. They are just fun for them. So, Does not matter how abusive the partner is at home, they come back home to coexist. The cheaters do not respect themselves either. It was clear to David that he and Olivia were both damaged people with so little self-respect. David was willing to give everything away for something which was non-existent. Olivia, on the other hand, threw away everything she had for something which was non-existent. The life of David and Olivia got bitter with every therapy session David took. He was asking about the efforts from Olivia, which she was not putting. He now firmly wanted to tell the other man's wife. Olivia told him that he needed to be a man and take charge rather than running behind that guy. She said he was better, and now it is his chance to seal the deal and be better than him. David understood that his quest for truth has taken him down the rabbit hole. He was tormented in the name of reconciliation. He already tossed up his self-esteem, so there was nothing to salvage there either. He wanted Olivia to face consequences. So, she secretly informed the other man's wife. Things got scarier. It was true that Olivia and the other man were in no contact since she was caught. However, the truth was something else. They had a full-blown affair for at least 2 years, the timeline the other's man and wife provided. They were planning to have kids as well. She in fact had one abortion in between. When David confronted her, she denied it. He kept pressing but she denied and accused David of being paranoid. The other man's wife, however, was not like David. She didn't believe in second chances. She used to say it is better to die single than to be disrespected and humiliated. She exposed the affair to everyone. Everyone in the social circle knew about them now. It was almost impossible for any David and Olivia. But the other man's wife continued to be present and refused to take any responsibility for someone else's action. David kept talking to her, and the more he spoke to her, the more he understood that there was no truth. There was no remorse, there was no future. There was only one thing that was important. That was to live freely. He ultimately filed for divorce. Olivia did manage to delay his decision by another 3 months, but he eventually filed. David lost hefty financially but gained a life worthy of living. He is happy now. His relationships with his children are amazing. Yes, it took time to come to terms, yes it took time for him to respect himself. But the whole experience gave him a better life. He is single now and casually dates, but he isn't looking for anything serious. He just wants to live his life. Olivia moved in with her affair partner. Her affair partner also got divorced. They are apparently planning to marry as well. As the therapist said, there is no truth in the affair. The new relationship is the quest that has no truth. It is the best possible settlement for both of them. What do you think about the story? Please share the feedback and your suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Please check the other videos in the channel too. Stay healthy and happy. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching.